Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and we are in San Antonio, Texas. And this whole video, I'm just going to put some little clips together of the San Antonio Riverwalk. And this is early May 2021. We still have COVID going on, but I think we're at the tail end of it. Yeah, the Riverwalk. It's just a really pretty area to be. Lots of nice buildings, and you've got the river here, and you see little boats going by all the time. Yeah, look at those guys. Yeah, the police in San Antonio were kind of like celebrities. Some nice little fellas there. Oh, and that is the Republic of Texas restaurant. Just wanted to mention them real quick. We had a really nice meal here. We had a great waitress, and I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but she was really sweet. And just, we just like this little restaurant. This was our third trip to San Antonio. And there's one of the little tour boats that wasn't very populated. And there's a little dog. Yeah, the Republic of Texas, that's a place we've eaten at every time we've been to San Antonio. And there's these little tour boats that go through just all the time. They pretty much constantly go through. They kind of tell you about the history of the town, and they tell you quite a bit about the Riverwalk. But yeah, the Riverwalk is kind of my happy place these days. If I just want to relax, I imagine that I'm walking around on the Riverwalk. It's kind of funny though, if you're a tourist and you're going to San Antonio, everybody always says, "Oh, do the Riverwalk, do the Riverwalk." Well, if you're right in the heart of San Antonio, you're going to do the Riverwalk. It's almost like telling somebody to make sure they check out the sidewalk. The Riverwalk kind of seems to be everywhere. It would be hard to avoid it. Yeah, and a lot of these little boats, I think they give you about a 30-minute tour. And actually elsewhere on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, I did put up a video from our trip in 2017 of us doing one of those little boat tours. They're great fun. We really enjoyed it. And usually there's the hop-on, hop-off bus tours, and I think they've got a deal, for $40 you can get a 2-day pass, and you can take a riverboat. One of those little riverboat cruises, which is really cool. And that's a good value in my books. But yeah, every time we've been to San Antonio, we've stayed, within a block or two of the Alamo. And just everything in downtown San Antonio, all of the touristy stuff you're going to want to do is right in this area. And the Riverwalk seems to go on forever. I was actually hoping to spend some more time on it on this trip, but we didn't get to spend as much time as I would have liked to have. It rained a lot on this trip too, which was kind of a downer, but it also had benefits. We did stay at the historic Minger Hotel on this trip, and it was kind of nice hanging out in the room, taking a little nap as the rain was coming down. It was kind of a cool effect. But yeah, and like I said, this was our third trip to San Antonio. Yeah, I believe that's the Harley Davidson store there. They were very nice. I've been picking up poker chips when I travel, and I've been picking up the Harley Davidson ones. In that little Harley Davidson store, they were very, very nice. Just thought I'd mention that. And we also went to the Hard Rock Cafe, which was also nice. Just wanted to mention those guys. But we did walk a lot on the Riverwalk. Everything is near the Riverwalk. We went to the Briscoe Museum of Western Art, and it's right on the Riverwalk, the back of it. In fact, I think I filmed a little bit of it a little bit later on. But yeah, everything is very, very close to the Riverwalk. There's a nice downtown mall. And usually behind that mall there is it Andean Fusion? It's a really interesting little band that usually plays behind the mall, right on the Riverwalk. That's a nice place to grab lunch or something and watch them play and hang out. There's yeah, you can see the Space Needle there, the Tower of the Americas, which is always fun to do. And you've got these little bridges kind of crossing you over if you need to go across the Riverwalk. I love the way these buildings are. There's just some nice businesses all over the place. It's very open. And like I mentioned, there's the Tower of the Americas and some more area near the Riverwalk. And the Alamo is near here. I'll probably put some more info up on the Alamo later. Lots of really, really nice hotels through here. Yeah, lots of people just kind of walking through. This was under one of the kind of bridges on the Riverwalk. When we were here a few years ago, I think we were here right after they had their big festival, and there were some vendors set up all through the Riverwalk in certain areas. And we bought some cute lamps, and my wife found some nice jewelry she liked. There's another little restaurant here. They've got those colorful umbrellas. You see those umbrellas in a lot of pictures of the Riverwalk. And it, like I said, it was cloudy the whole time we were here. It rained a lot. Yeah, and the one of our favorite hotels, we stayed at the Hyatt Regency San Antonio on our first trip to San Antonio, and it's right on the Riverwalk. In fact, I'll put up another video of it, but part of the Riverwalk actually goes into the hotel. It's really attractive in my books. Yeah, hello, San Antonio police. She waved. But yeah, it's really attractive the way the Riverwalk goes into the hotel. And it's a nice hotel. It's very upscale. And they have a cute little, it's called the Marketplace coffee shop. On all of our trips to San Antonio, we've stopped there, to fill out some postcards or just to relax. That's a good idea. And some more shots of the Riverwalk. There's a really nice coin shop right up above the Riverwalk around here too that I like. It's a bit high end though. They have some nice items. I'm usually looking for a $5 or $10 old coin or something, but it was a fun place to go and look. And I wouldn't admit this to everybody, so don't let this get around. But I absolutely love, the cheap little knick-knack shops. I have a small knick-knack shelf, and I have a little cork board, and I usually put up, the little keychains or patches, just little knick-knack type items I find. And there are tons of those along the Riverwalk, and I just love that kind of thing. Of course, the thing I've had to get in San Antonio is the Ranger badges with my name on them. I couldn't find one that said Jimmerado, but I did find a Jim one. Lots of ducks around here too, as you can tell. And this is just so pretty. I mean, it's just nice walking through here. Haven't had, of course, any big city you go to, there are going to be people asking for money and things like that. But that's really not been a problem through here. I think a couple people have approached us for money, but there's usually other people coming through. I've always felt very safe in the Riverwalk area here. And there's little ducks just everywhere. And they're fairly tame. You see this little family is enjoying some cute little ducks. But yeah, we did see a lot of little baby ducks too, which I just thought was great. I've mentioned this before in some other videos, but San Antonio, I mentioned the Hyatt Regency San Antonio, the Meanger, and this town is just full of really nice hotels, historic, new and modern. It's a great town. if you appreciate hotels. Several hotels built right beside the Alamo. A lot of the hotels are built where people would have lost their lives during that famous battle. Just an interesting thought. We did go to a service at the San Fernando Cathedral. Just a spectacular Catholic Church cathedral kind of place, and that was a very nice experience. I actually got some holy water and went and had the priest there bless it, and he was just a very sweet little person. The little blessing he said over the water was kind of touching. I mean, it was really just a very sincere experience. And the church service, it was bilingual, and it was very nice. And I'm glad we stopped and took the time to go to a church service there. And there's some more little babies. I did notice there were a lot of people from different walks of life going into the cathedral, and they seemed like they appreciated and looked forward to and enjoyed the service. I believe this was called Marriage Island. It's a little island, and it's very small, as you can tell, but it's on the Riverwalk, and yeah, I think a lot of people get married here. It's just a cute little, very, very photogenic area that's just made for couples, to get married. And we saw some more critters up in the trees, so I was distracted.
I see one shaking up. I think it is a vulture.
A couple of other little businesses I'd like to mention when I talk about San Antonio, just because I liked them so much. Over at the Minger, there are several shops, and they've got, it's just a little fun area to shop at. My wife found some cute shirts in kind of a little boutique store. There's a place called Davy Crockett's Closet that's newer there, and they sell kind of Davy Crockett Alamo, kind of knick-knack, t-shirts and stickers and things like that. I really like what they're doing. It's just a cool little shop, and it's where the old King and Country store used to be, which sadly moved out. Davy Crockett's Closet replaced it. And there's also Sisters Grimm Ghost Tours over at the Minger. On our previous 2 visits to San Antonio, we did tours with them, and they're great. On this particular tour, we just didn't really have time to do a ghost tour, but they do have a shop, like a little ghost shop. And there's some more babies. But yeah, they have like a little ghost shop that's inside the Minger. Actually, its access is on the outside of the Minger, but it is there at the Minger. And they just have a cute little shop where they sell, t-shirts, stickers, that kind of stuff. But if you're in San Antonio, make sure you go and check them out. They're nice people. It's a husband and wife that own the business, and they're just really nice. And they're all about the ghosts. And they do several different fun tours. One of the tours they give you a ghost tour, and they actually take you into the Minger, and you can have dinner at the Minger as part of your ghost tour. And we did that on our first visit to San Antonio, and that was a lot of fun. We had a tour guide named Mark who was great. And then they also do a bus tour, which we did last time, where they kind of take you away from downtown a little bit. They do stuff in downtown too, but they get you kind of out of the downtown area some also. The couple that runs Sisters Grimm Ghost Tours, they also have a book, Haunted History of Old San Antonio, which they sell at their gift shop. But it's a good book if you're into ghosty kind of stuff. It's well written, and of course, if you're in San Antonio and you do a ghost tour, you can buy their book, and I'm sure they'd sign it for you. Mine's signed. There's some more police in San Antonio. Yeah, the cops. You get to a place like San Antonio, and the police, the rangers, they're all rock stars. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little tour of the Riverwalk in San Antonio, Texas.